Just kidding, I don't need those. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Weekly Rewind with me, your host, the founder of Pro Sports Extra, Trev Stone, Trevor Uren. This week is a new series, alright? So you guys will see this every Sunday night or early Monday. I hope you guys enjoy this. If so, be sure you hit the bell so you get notified when new videos are posted. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment as well. It really helps me out. And if you guys don't do that and you enjoy this, it really sucks because YouTube won't show my videos to other people then. And we all know if we like content, our own content with each other, and we keep sharing it, then we can help some other people grow. And that's what we're here to do, is grow this YouTube channel and grow Pro Sports Extra. So please, 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 please press subscribe. And our first topic on this week's Weekly Rewind is myself going camping. Yep, that's the first topic. We're gonna talk about myself. So if you haven't seen it yet, I just posted a YouTube video of day 1 of camping. I took a video of day 1, day 2, and part of day 3. Day 3 and day 2 will be combined in a video that will be posted later on this week. But day 1, the video is up now. You can check it out on YouTube right here. If you just go click the profile button right down at the bottom that says Pro Sports Extra. Actually, it might be on your recommended feed side too, because we just posted that recently. The video wasn't too bad. It's 30 minutes long. I go into about a 15 to 16 minute dialogue where I just talk about myself, what's going on with me, Pro Sports Extra, how I'm feeling, a couple different topics that I went through, like Joe Kelly getting suspended, and a couple other just random topics throughout the sports world and entertainment world I talked about on there. Yeah, it was like a 16-minute sit-down smoke session where I smoked some weed and just chilled with everybody. When I mean everybody, I mean you guys. I chilled with you guys. And the rest of the video is me checking out the Ojema campground area and the town where I stayed at. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's the best guess that I could get. Ogema, I think that's how you spell it. It was about a 3-4 hour drive there. The camping spot wasn't bad. It was actually a free camping spot, so you can't fucking complain really at that point. You know what I mean? If you show up and it's free, it says that you leave a donation. I left a couple dollars. I stayed in a tent for most of the first night. I started getting an earache. Slept in my vehicle the rest of the first night. Second night, the tent situation didn't really work out. I ended up just sleeping in my vehicle as it was. Third night, I was going to stay, but I didn't because the campground started kind of filling up. And at that point, I was already almost ready to go because I haven't been at the campground all day. I already packed all my stuff up. And if I would have parked the vehicle at the time I got there, it just would have been pretty dumb. But the town wasn't too bad. It was a little scary though. There was like creepy music every night around 9. It would go on for like 5 minutes, like a piano, like a ding, ding, ding. That sounded good. But like it was like a haunting, scary, weird vibe. And I talked about that, and I actually caught it all on video in my live reaction because I was live, and I was like, what the fuck is going on right now? What is this sound? What is this? And I ended up figuring it out. It must be like a curfew type of thing. It must be going on there forever. But I got weird vibes when it happened in the playground area where I was, because it's like a campground, playground and stuff, and it's like pretty eerie feeling if you think about it. All these kids might still have like spirits here. Oh, that just gives me weird vibes. But I also went hiking on the Ice Age Trail. Apparently it goes from one end of Wisconsin to the other. I didn't know that until I got midway onto the trail. I say midway like I was actually going fully through it, but it was mainly like a mile in, and I was like, all right, what is this? And I finally realized, oh, it goes from one end of Wisconsin to the other. So I ended up kind of turning around at that point because the mosquitoes were really bad. But it was a good little video, and that'll be posted here on the YouTube channel as well. So watch out for that Ice Age Trail with me, Trev Stone. It was fun until the mosquitoes caught up. I got some decent video of the experience. That'll be about a 5-10 minute video that'll be posted later this week also. And that's it for topic number 1 here on this week's 30-minute weekly rewind. We're gonna try and keep it 30 minutes, but it's the Pro Sports Extra Weekly Rewind with your host Trev Stone. Guys, and our second topic for this rewind of the week, we have our new Pro Sports Extra outdoor show. And to talk about the new outdoor show, who else better would it be than to hear from the host himself, Chameleon Cowboy, down in Texas. This episode was a fishing episode. Next week it's gonna be something different. The following week it's gonna be something different. I don't know. You're just gonna have to hear from him. The first episode was only like 6 minutes long, so we're pushing him to make longer episodes in the future. But I promise you, this 6 minutes is just jam-packed with nothing but fun information and just like, and by information I mean like, I'm not a fisher, but I learned like it's not as easy as it looks. Although I've tried fishing and I noticed it sucks. I don't like it. But this show, I'm telling you, for someone who doesn't like fishing, I tuned in to the 6 minutes. I watched it 4 times, and every time I laughed. I said, damn, that's pretty good editing. And then I was like, this is actually pretty good. For his first video, honestly, I'm impressed. So let's kick it over to Chameleon himself.
Thanks, Trev, and thank you to Pro Sports Extra for showcasing my new fishing outdoor show. The first one today was the alligator gar. I actively fished for them in the last month or so. They are God's perfect evolutionary creature, just the bullet points on it. They've been around for 100 million years. They survived multiple extinctions. They are apex predators as well as scavengers. And they've been widely misunderstood for years, basically generations of Texans in Arkansas, Louisiana, where they're located. They are seen as dangerous and kind of a nuisance fish. They used to shoot them, they used to bow hunt them. States are now kind of realizing that this is a problem. They got kind of near endangered, but now they're kind of growing back a little bit. Anyways, the alligator gar is just incredible fish to fish for. Incredibly complicated. You have to let them take the bait a little bit, run downstream, let them chew on it, because there's no flesh in that long snout of theirs like the alligator mouth. So you have to wait for them to kind of turn upstream, bite the thing. So when it's in the fleshy part of the mouth, that's when you set the hook. So in the video, you see me lose about 5 or 6 of them. Hell, I think I lost about 10 of them, but only 8 made the cut on the video. It's incredibly frustrating, but the most rewarding thing, and pound for pound, one of the heaviest fighters. They can grow up to be about 300 pounds. I've seen a bunch of them exceeding 6-7 feet. Haven't caught any yet. But it's just, I wish everyone could experience it, how exciting it is. It's shark fishing in freshwater. And just to showcase what I'm using, this is a 250 pound, basically piano wire leader with a thick treble hook and a sliding hook. Every opportunity you can get to catch them, you're gonna need. So it's a growing sport. A lot of them are bow hunted and caught in gill nets for research and stuff, but as far as catching them on rod and reel, it's a growing sport down here in Texas, probably specifically, and I was just kind of showcasing that. So the plan moving forward is to continue to fish for them. I mean, I have a full-time job and stuff, so once a week I can probably spend a day out there fishing for them, and as I get the footage, I will continue to put these out. And once that horse gets beaten, the dead horse gets beaten a little bit, I'll probably switch it up and fish for something else. But there's nothing more satisfying than catching a big alligator gar. And with that, you can reach out to me with any questions. If you ever want to go fishing, I'll take you for free. And just, again, Trev, thank you, and Pro Sports Extra. Hopefully this thing picks up some steam and becomes something good. Anyways, with that, Trev, back to the studio. I appreciate the help again. Thanks, buddy.
Boom! All right, there you go, Chameleon. I'm glad to see that you're making content, and I'm excited to see where the show leads. As you can see, he's excited about it. To go check that out, the link is actually in the description to go find that episode. Episode 1 of Outdoors with Chameleon. We'll be airing that episodes, the Outdoor with Chameleon episodes, Sundays. We're thinking almost every Sunday, but it might be bi-weekly. Right now, we're just playing it as it goes, but it's going to be on Sundays when you can check out the uploads. And I highly recommend you do, because as you can see, Chameleon's a really badass dude. And yeah, he deserves some love, so go check out his video. And I'm excited to see where this leads him, because he has big things ahead of him. And yeah, Chameleon, anytime you need anything, be sure to reach out, and I'm glad to help you. And before we get into what I think everyone's favorite topic and segment of the week will be, which is exclusive feature of the week, where we take a look at one of the hottest and most powerful and most influential women on the internet. And by influential, I mean every guy likes looking at them. Honestly, if we want to cut down to it. They have hundreds of thousands of followers on social media, and I think everyone will like that segment. But before we get to that, I'm here. Hello? Whoa, Cameron. Hello. Schultze? You got breaking MLB news? Baseball's back? Players, they can't find a player on the Mets? What's going on? Schultze, you there? Can you explain this for me? Schultze, hello? There you are, man.
Thanks, Trev. Cameron Schultze here. The story I covered this week was Yoenis Céspedes gone missing. So the Mets and the Braves played this past Sunday, and Yoenis Céspedes, the story was that a bunch of Mets beat reporters and MLB reporters were saying that Yoenis Céspedes didn't show up to the ballpark in Atlanta, and that he was missing and nobody in the Mets could get into contact with him. So Twitter immediately jumps on the worst case scenario and saying, oh, he's dead. He must just have got up and he's missing. Somebody could have kidnapped him. He might be just dead in his hotel room. People were literally expecting the worst. And I guess that's like the funny thing about Twitter, is that we just jump to these conclusions right away. But it was pretty... at the start of it, everybody was not goofing on the situation because they were like, oh, his health and well-being is at risk and who knows. But then like Ken Rosenthal tweeted around 2 o'clock that the Mets know that he is okay and his safety is fine. But the funny thing is, if he's missing and they can't get in contact with him, how did the Mets know that he's safe and his well-being is okay? And then it comes out at 4 o'clock that the story is, or 5 o'clock rather, that day that he opted out. Ken Rosenthal tweeted that he indeed opted out. Jeff Passons then said, yes, that is correct. He did opt out. And apparently the Mets went into his hotel room with security around 3 o'clock that day, or earlier in that day, and said they couldn't find anything in his hotel, and he just got up and left, it looks like. And he informed the Mets, I guess, later that afternoon that he was just opting out. And I guess it's good that he's okay and safe in his well-being, because that's obviously the most important thing, to make sure he's good and everything. And now that everyone can get back and goof on the Mets. And in the story I blogged about, I was really thinking the worst on the story. Maybe he was just sick of being a Met. And then I went on and said, if I didn't show up to my job, I would be fired. If Céspedes doesn't show up for his job, he gets to keep his millions. And then, Mets fans, it's a tough life being a Mets fan. They're wishing him the worst, throwing him this, that, and the other thing, saying they hope he gets attacked by another hog. This was just a weird story, and if 2020 couldn't get any weirder, I guess Yoenis Céspedes was missing for 10 hours maybe, if that's the case. So I guess it was just a funny story all in all. Now that we can look back on it, and now that he's safe, you can continue to goof on the Mets. And as details of the story roll out, it probably will get a little bit crazier. But I think one more interesting thing before I send it back to Trev in the studio is that the Mets, prior to releasing the statement that he was missing, they traded for Billy Hamilton, an outfielder. So they must have knew something. But the crux of the story is the Mets have the worst PR team in baseball. I hope they realize they could have kept this story in-house and then said details of it later. Just come out with that whatever story. But of course the Mets say, nope, Céspedes is missing, it's his fault, we have nothing on the story. Nope, all hands are tied, we're clean. I just find that very funny that their PR team is probably the worst in baseball, and they didn't realize that they could have said nothing and nobody would have ever known Céspedes was missing. You could have said he was injured, you could have said this, that, and the other thing, but the Mets will always Met, and that's the best thing about the Mets, is they always make themselves look like idiots. So thank you. Back to you, Trev, in the studio.
All right, Cameron, thank you for that. Honestly, that news is crazy. Hopefully every player who opts out of any sport, now that we know that he opted out, ends up being healthy. And obviously, it's the Mets. They suck. I wouldn't want to play either, but I'm a Lions fan, so Matthew Stafford, please don't opt out. But that's not this next topic, but the topic after. But Cameron, thanks for sending that over, and thank you for being in this video. Be sure, everybody, if you enjoyed, Cameron's MLB knowledge. He has knowledge about every sport. He is one of our best bloggers here at Pro Sports Extra. Go give him a follow on Twitter at Cameron Schultz 2. I think that's his name on there. Something like that. You could see it on the screen. It said his username at the bottom. Go follow him. He deserves it. Okay, so everybody's favorite. Let me tell you. Put my hat on straight. Everybody's favorite. Fuck this thing even. Everybody's favorite topic. Everybody's. Yours. Even Mr. Eminem's. It's even Mr. Eminem's favorite. It's not basketball. Can we remove the basketball? That's not his favorite topic. His favorite topic's going like this. And that's why our next topic is our exclusive feature of the week. You know, we always cover our exclusive content on our website, but now we're bringing it to our YouTube channel a little bit. So, no, we don't have a special message from her yet. That's for future episodes. But this segment, last week we did a blog about this woman. She is just crushing it on so many different platforms. She has over 950,000 followers on Twitter. Let me say that again. Over 950,000 followers on Twitter. Diana Deets. That's not all that she goes by. Illicit 69 Kitty, something like that. Ooh. And then she also goes by Coconut Kitty. But she is the queen. Almost 1 million followers on Twitter and 1.3 million on Instagram. Woohoo! You just sent me rocking. And that's the only rocking I'm doing when I'm checking out your profile. Yeah, I said it. But, oh, fuck. Okay, so Coconut Kitty. She shared her blog about her, as always. She always does. She is an absolute dime. Check out some of these pictures of her that I think we're allowed to post. She's awesome. We truly appreciate her support. And hopefully on one of these next episodes, she'll be on here. But Coconut Kitty, if you're not subscribed to her OnlyFans, I'm going to say it now. Go subscribe to her OnlyFans. Just type in Coconut Kitty. Go on prosportsextra.com, Coconut Kitty. You'll find about 10, 15 posts that maybe mention her. Click on them. They'll bring you to her OnlyFans. They'll bring you to her Twitter. They'll bring you to her Instagram, wherever. You need to check this woman out. Trust me. She is gorgeous. She's drop dead beautiful. She is one of the top earners on OnlyFans, and these images and her content prove why. So check out these images of her. Coconut Kitty, we appreciate you and you for sending all your fans over to us. Thank you, and be sure to subscribe to Coconut Kitty on OnlyFans. Go check out her Twitter. Her Twitter link is all the way in the bio. Seeing we mentioned her, we're gonna put the link of the article that we did this week on her. That's gonna be in the description, along with her Twitter and her Instagram, because she's absolutely killing it. Coconut Kitty, Diana Deets, Illicit 69 Kitty, whatever you want to call her. Subscribe to her on OnlyFans. She is an absolute dime. Yeah. But alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little feature on Coconut Kitty. We will have her on the show at some point. We've started DMing in the past because I've done a bunch of blogs about her. So we'll have her on in the future, but next week I know we will have one of the hottest women on the OnlyFans platform right here on the show. Yeah, honestly, one of the top women on OnlyFans with hundreds of thousands of followers will be on the show. Might be just a quick hello, but she'll be here next week on the Pro Sports Extra Rewind. Pro Sports Extra Weekly Rewind. Okay. Now we gotta get into the next topics because we only got like 12 minutes left. Them topics were awesome. Coconut Kitty, you're gorgeous. Go subscribe to her OnlyFans. Alright, so Matthew Stafford. I just blogged about how I think he's gonna win Comeback Player of the Year and MVP. All right, now you're probably saying Matthew Stafford's not going to win MVP. Last season, he was on par to throw for over 5,000 yards and like 35 touchdowns, something crazy. He was having a tremendous season before he went down with a back injury. And I know you're saying, what you're thinking, well, he has a back problem. Stafford's 100% fine. Besides the fact that he tested positive for coronavirus. Just kidding. See, that's how fake news gets out. He was placed on the COVID list because he was in contact with someone who has COVID, from what I was told. Maybe he tested positive. I don't know. I hope he doesn't opt out of the season because he has more weapons this year than ever before. Kenny Golladay is a man amongst boys. Marvin Jones is a beast. Danny Amendola is a beast. TJ Hawkinson is starting to bring out the muscles. And then you have running backs, Kerryon Johnson. You have Swift, who's in the backfield now. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ooh, stiff arm. Touchdown, Swift. And then you have Ty Johnson. You have Bo Scarborough. You have just so many players in that backfield that are solid right now. And our offensive line, trust me, they're mean. They're big, meaty, and they're ready to go. And can't forget Quintus Cephas, also rookie wide receiver who's going to go off. Our defense is going to be a lot better. Our offensive line is going to hold up. And Matthew Stafford with his side-slinging, deep ball gunning arm is going to come out strong. And he's going to win MVP. The Detroit Lions will make the playoffs this year if there's a season. Matt Patricia has these guys ready to fire on all cylinders. Dramino Ellison announced today that he's opting out of the season. He was going to be a roster, people in Green Bay hated him. He started dropping a lot of balls, and honestly, I was looking forward to him being in Detroit, but this might be a rough, tough move by him to opt out of the season because this could be like a career ender for someone like this who is like a roster bubble guy. I hope not, because I hope the best for every player. But Dramino, I wish you would be playing this year. I wish you the best of luck. But yeah, that's that. Matthew Stafford MVP though. Okay, the next couple topics kind of tie into each other. TikTok. TikTok is banned. What? Yep, Donald Trump is signing an executive order to ban the app that is known for what other moves are there? Stuff like that. Now, if you want to watch teenagers dance, you got to go on to Jeffrey Epstein's island. Alright, now that was a joke. TikTok is a app that I actually kind of enjoyed. I think that there's going to be like something called Instagram Reels that takes over now. And then there's like another app I've downloaded on my phone that's supposed to be the next TikTok, but we'll see. Whatever one decides to offer Charlie, Dixie, and Addison the most amount of money, along with the guys like that Griffin guy, the guy, Taylor Hall, is that his name? There's a couple of guys, if they offer them people equity in a company and give them a lot, or else give them just a shit ton of money to promote the app, it'll work. Because Charlie and Dixie, holy crap, millions and millions and millions of views on every TikTok. It's like that, it seems like half the planet's following them. How? It's crazy. But, it's the new age. And TikTok was blowing up by Donald Trump. In China, don't get along. China's banned US apps before and still has them banned. US has, I don't know if they've ever banned China apps before, but TikTok is so big, they don't want the Chinese government looking into things. So Donald Trump is saying to TikTok and removing it. Tough luck. Also in TikTok news though, TikTokers Dixie D'Amelio, who I just brought up, and Griffin Johnson apparently broke up. Griffin was caught on a TikTok user posted a video of him DMing her, saying something about send feet pics, which, gross. Feet don't turn me on. Maybe Griffin likes feet. But then added the girl on Snapchat and wanted to hang out in Los Angeles. Dixie later on tried DMing the girl, apparently followed her on Instagram and said, Hi, LOL, trying to figure out what was going on. And needless to say, there's been a whole bunch of backlash. Charlie posted, her sister posted something about appreciation post to the baddest bitch I know, something like that. And it was a picture of her sister, Dixie. And Griffin, I almost said Everson Griffin because I'm used to sports. Griffin Johnson and Dixie D'Amelio are apparently split, and Charlie and Dixie's parents had to get security for like full time around their house now after Charlie's been getting, people have been calling the police saying things have been happening at that house. What's that called? Swatting. They've been getting swatted, and then she's been getting a bunch of threats from people, which is just terrible. Stop sending the threats over the internet. Stop sending death threats. Stop sending any threats. Stop the hate. It is 2020. We need to stop hating on each other. We need to come together. And this is the Pro Sports Extra Weekly Rewind with your host, Trev Stone. Be sure you like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Even though you can't rate on your like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned to next week. Be sure you go check out everything we talked about on this video, from the Chameleon, from his new show, to what Cameron was talking about, to the exclusive feature of the week, Coconut Kitty, to Matthew Stafford winning MVP, to TikTok being banned, to everything in this episode. This took a long time to record, actually, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I'm going to come at you next week with stuff even harder and better content than this week. Be sure you like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. You can follow me on Instagram at TrevStonePSE and Twitter at TrevStoneCEO. And I will see you next time. Peace.